most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young. When I'm dead, I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead.
It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it stars for the cream renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night till. So the
Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breathe and know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right is on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather you need Bucktown. This on that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York with a pitchfork.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now,
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
Come on, you fucking bum. Don't call me out, bum.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. And some space here. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A gain of 39 that time.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the prime. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. After the interception, here's Watson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he's got some space here. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Ryan. Drops it off for Coleman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Texans now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Deion Jones able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 55 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
There we go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 54 yards. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
To throw again is Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw is Watson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. He's got a man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Watson on first down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 30 yards there.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he fakes his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans had cut it to within a score. And this one through the uprights and good. So that one will be accepted. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Let's go. 39. Hey, south. Ready.
Throwing now. Ryan on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. The left side completion to Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
third down. Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on off...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's Watson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but here, let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
And
for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by K'Von Webster, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Watson off play action. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going for it. It's Watson. Buying time to his left. Looking long for Thomas. And now here's another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Watson hands this to Foreman, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw on second is Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Watson now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watson, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Richmond. 2 jet.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans are in for 6. It's up and good to make it 21-17. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go. Let's go.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I can't help but laugh. And the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting started.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, let's go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan drops it off for Coleman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it's 3rd and 5.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Throwing again. Ryan on the screen. This is Coleman. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with a football. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Black 22. Black 22. 2 jet. 2 jet.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Off play action. Watson. And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw is Watson. Off the play fake. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And that one results in 35 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. And that one results in 35 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short. Watson down to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses.
And he'll take this one in for a...
This me, coach! This me, coach! What's always?
And the Texans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And out of bounds there on the kick. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once.
Look at this damn thing, bro!
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Play action. It's Ryan. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. He's back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
You don't want none of these problems, boy. I'm trying to tell you, boy. You don't want these problems, boy. I'm trying to tell you, boy. You didn't want these problems in your life, boy. Don't you ever call me out again, boy. You understand me, boy?
Contest.
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Down. Green the line.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come back, come back. Hey, green the line. Green the line.
Watson, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taken in at the 22. Oh, now he bowls him over. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity. They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big third.
You ain't going to do nothing, bro. Come on, let's go.
Executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, get a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Keep his ass on the field. Keep his ass down there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Clock running, and the Falcons.
Let's go. Keep his ass down there.
Back to throw.
What? That's bullshit. 4 seconds left in this motherfucker. Man, ain't that a fit? Man, they cheated me, man. I can't believe what the hell just happened. Get down here. Come on.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation.
Man, they cheated me, man.
Final play.
And we know what that play's going to be. It's going to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see the defense.
Man, they cheated me, man. They gave that man that football, man.
Really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.